Hey everybody. I made the videos earlier today and they were too long. Well, the first one was, and I know y'all like I'm not gonna sit here and watch a hour-long video for a new YouTuber. And nobody, probably don't care that I cut my hair off. Only me. It's a personal journey, my personal spiritual journey, and women are cutting their hair off every day, so I get it. But like I said, I'm gonna combine both in one. And this is going to be called The Truth About Spiritual Transformation and How Regression Therapy May or May not help you. Okay, I am reading off the screen. That's why I keep looking away. But anyway, most people have gone through traumas that life have to offer, and we're so used to repressing our experiences and the feelings attached to them out of fear that we will be judged for choosing to hurt, or some people treat it like a curse that's going to attach to them because you went through it. Most of us go through our experiences and move on as if the childhood molestation never happened, broken family relationships didn't happen, and more importantly, how your trauma affected you didn't happen. Our world can be very cynical and turn a blind eye to much of what we experience in our child and adulthood. But one day, you will have to address it, whether you seek professional help with regression therapy, counseling, or just sharing your story with other people who might have been affected by the same issues and willing to handle it on their own way at the appointed time. The rude awakening is that it's your time, not everybody else's. We're so used to overlooking trauma in our communities and in ourselves, and it's been the norm for too many years. It's very helpful to receive regression therapy, but it involves giving trust over your spiritual self, and it's worth taking a closer look at the processes involved. It's not about being afraid of the process, it's about disclosure of the process. There's misinformation that it doesn't involve placing the client under hypnosis or, more importantly, a spell. We're too quick to give rein over ourselves to either dishonestly diagnose or heal us. Your spiritual journey is very important. Anything attached to your mind is very important. So, like I said, the issue is that um, it does require you to basically give trust spiritually. You giving somebody direct access, to your soul, to your mind, and it's like you at your mind become their playground, and it's like you're the puppet. Okay, so it's like whatever you're seeing or taught to believe after your regression therapy is what it is. It's like the basically they open you up through the induction process. The induction process is the method used to hypnotize you, whether they're having you, count numbers backwards, go into meditative positions, or, imagine a sunlight or something like that, or rolling your eyes back to your head. I know I got big eyes. Can't help it. But so I'm saying it involves all of these various techniques, and then there's what you call deep therapy. After you do the induction process, it's deep therapy where basically they're going to ask you particular, questions and things like that. It's open-ended questions, or more close-ended questions. All right, but basically to see if you're really in a transient state. That's what it is. It's a lot of people don't understand. If you're in a trance, you're hypnotized. And there is information on both YouTube as well as you know, uh, online and everything. Where you'll have people, that will lie. Let's just say you're trying to promote a certain product or person. You're going to say, oh, I was up the whole time. Technically, you are up, okay? But you are under a spell. You are being hypnotized. And I mean, you have to think about it. You have to be hypnotized. It's like, how can somebody summon demons and things like that and have them communicating with you. And and then you're consciously aware of that. Like I said, consciously, not subconsciously. So what happens is whoever's doing this regression therapy with you, and now there's Enochian magic spells, that you can use as part of the past life therapy. Now, from the clinical side, they don't call it that. They just, call it deep state therapy. Okay. Um, but it's the same thing. It is, again, you just have the clinical side that's a cleaned up, accepted version of it. Then there's a spiritual version of it, like our homegirl, she's gonna put you under a spell, and have the demons help her out, and ask you some questions and everything to see exactly like what do you remember. Okay, and at the same time, they're placing memories in there. For instance, there are regression part of your regression therapy. There are so many techniques out there where you can actually there's ones to help you lose weight, help you stop nail biting. I wish there was some way I could show you on my screen, but I can't. So, but there's something about binge eating, boredom, fear of authority, fear of blood, fear of commitment, jealousy, skin picking, addictive personality, alcohol aversion, um, alcohol hypnosis, cigarette cravings, cocaine. So my thing is like this particular website, um, they actually have, like, you click on the link and then they have scripts that you can use. Again, these are inductive scripts, and then as you expound on those scripts or prescription, okay, again, what is it if somebody's prescribing something? It's like they're giving you something, that they want you to have, know, and believe or take to make you better. All right. So it's being verbalized. All right. And most people that are doing this, they have a very calming voice and things like that. So it can help. Like I said, I want everybody to be educated about the process that you are under a hypnotic demonic spell, whether it's on the clinical or spiritual side. And as long as you're okay with that, then so be it. All right. Me, I want to be able to, really connect with the person's energy. And because you don't want to just have if somebody has something dark going on in themselves and then you're trying to help you, it's like, what's the benefit in that? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and end this right here. I will leave the links, for anybody that wants to take a deeper look at it. And let me make sure I didn't forget anything. Oh, yeah. Okay. So you get a lot of information out there where, you know, people are claiming, or they're constantly saying that, where ran across a lady's video, and she's saying how all of her customers are seeing demons. And when the thing is, it's highly unlikely for every person to receive regression therapy and experience demonic influences. So it's like, how are those demons, how are those thought processes getting there? The other thing is that in some states, it is required for the person that's hypnotizing you to be licensed. Some states it's not. Again, I'm going to leave a link for that. And I'll also leave links that talk more in detail about, recovering. It's called recovered memory therapy, past life regression, and some of the things that it takes. And that's like Wikipedia links. Anyway, I hope this has been helpful. And by all means, if you have experienced some type of trauma, because a lot of women, we're more willing to talk about, our childhood molestations and things like that than our men are. Our men are afraid of being prejudged, even women, and it's sad that now I can understand, again, my video was long. It was too long. Okay. But the sad thing about it is that some people are pessimistic, where if they've never experienced, childhood abuse, or raised by that crazy ass stepfather that beat you and sexually abused you, practice witchcraft, and used to see dead people, dead arms hanging out your ceiling, attic, outside your bedroom. So it's like seeing demons. That's not the problem. I'm used to that. Again, my thing is giving my trust, my spirit. It's like we work so hard to, get our mind in shape. Like we need to, put our bodies in shape. We it's like, as they say, if you, yeah, free your mind and the rest will follow. But at the same time, heal your mind and the rest will follow. Sometimes we have to heal from the inside out. Make friends with that shadow person, your shadow self. Put in the hard work. And the bad thing about it is a lot of people aren't putting in the hard work. They do. They just run and get regression therapy without doing some type of work, themselves. It's like the answers truly are within. And it's like a lot of times you've gone through the worst. Like for me, I have finally gone through the worst of everything, and basically, like, an outcast to my family. And it was and I will still play the same recording that I played from a video that I looked at from Douglas Ase Falk. That was a eye opener for me. It's like I've wanted to, and I have, like, in the background, did things to help families or mothers that have gone through some type of child abuse or molestation and everything. But it's like this is the first time I'm doing it in a more public manner, and it may or may not be received, and that's okay. It's not going to be for everybody. People are going to be judgmental of me. Some people are just cynical. All right. But that's okay. And I will always try to provide as much resources as possible for anything that I give videos about. I do receive a lot of intuitive downloads, and you have to understand a lot of the texts and books, scholarship, if you will, that we read, it all came from man, through divine intuition, divine intervention. Okay. And then that information was, shared with us. And that's how we came to know it. And our ancient forefathers and foremothers, they intentionally made that information available and delivered it intuitively to that person, so that when each time they reincarnate, they're able to they're able to relearn or re-know that information, just like we're relearning it, we're re-knowing it. All right. So it gets really deep. I'm grateful to all of my YouTube University teachers. And let me share this information right quick. Okay, everybody, I made myself a special wake up, um that I hear. There's lots of so-called motivation therapy out there, but this is something I made because I love that song by Foster eBay. He has excellent music, and I basically combined them all because, again, like I said, I've been going through my own self regression, not because I didn't want to allow somebody to do regression therapy on me. I'm just the kind of person that before I get involved into anything, I research it, like very, like, with a vengeance. I research it. Okay. And then it's like, I don't know that I'm ready to do that. Okay. Because again, everybody's journey is different. I've experienced a lot of things, and I lost everything at the same time, the relationship that I was in, and my major family members. Okay. I lost everybody at once. Not through death. Again, it was all through divine intervention. I'm sure of that now. And it was very crushing. It was very crushing. It's changed me a lot. inside and out. And it's like, I know most people could care less that I cut my hair. And it's like, I'm probably going to use it for spell work or something. As a lot of people would be like, oh, because it's like you're cutting your hair off because, it involved a lot of negative memories or what is considered negative memories. Not completely, because in this hair, I learned how to love me. All right. I was doing, some serious work communicating with Lilith and, Isis, um, Inanna. All right. So it's like I call upon all of my, my source. Wow. Call upon all of my source energy. Okay. Because all of it comes from source, the spiritual divine source that created everything. All right. So, but in this hair, I learned how to love me. I sure did. And so, because I had given up on everything. It's like it was nothing but chaos around me and within me. All right. Because so there's a such thing as giving too much of yourself to everybody. And so I'm finally giving things to myself. I mean, giving, all of my energy to myself. It's like I'm being selfish now, for the first time in my life. So I know a lot of people again may not connect with this and could probably care less. But here's the song I made. This is when it is your time, nothing will stop. When it is your time, nothing will stop. The universe it moves things in place. So when it's your time, when the word can nothing stop. Everything is already set up. The blessings are there, the finances is there, the money is there, the job is there. When it is your time, there's a light that comes on, there's an anointing that comes on you, there's a light that comes on you, and you bless everything you touch on prosper. When it is your time, everything you touch will prosper. Be a whistleblower. The reason you was called to be a spiritual one, the reason you was called to be a conscious one, the reason you was called to wake up other women and to stand up in a healthy nation is because now it is time for you to be a whistleblower. Talk about it. Talk about it. Get it out. Don't hold back. Don't because when you start doing the whistle, everything is going to change. When you whistle, get the words out. Stop over teach. Somebody has to talk about molestation taking place in the black family. Somebody got to talk about the fibroids, be whistleblower. Somebody got to talk about the raping out families. Somebody got to talk about the sisters, be the whistleblower. Somebody's got to talk about it. Somebody got to preach about it, be the whistleblower. They trying to keep it under the house. Our girls get raped in college. Talk about it, be the whistleblower. Ah! Talked about getting away from the groups. Not teaching. I say that it's like fire stuff in my phone. When you don't teach, when you don't preach, when it's your time, you have to get it out. Because if you don't get it out, all hell will break loose in your life. All hell is going to break loose in your life. If you don't talk about it, if you don't get it out. All hell is going to break loose in your life. Nothing will go right. You have to, it's your season. You have to talk, you have to preach, you got to get it out. I see people are waiting for your words, for you. Some people out there, they can't follow him, they can't follow her. They're waiting on you. They're standing up. You, the movie says if you do it, they will come. I some people say they going to listen. It's your time, it's your season. It's your season. It's your day. Time to go, baby. Time to go, baby. I'm talking about those whistle. Somebody say, I need you. I'm supposed to have about 2 minutes. Blow your whistle. We are waiting. And with this, some of you sisters, you powerful.
Somebody say, I hear you. You powerful. You strong. You got the gift. You making candles. You making soap. You making healing concoctions. Everything you touch prosper. You beautiful. You are Lord. You are God. People worshiping you. Everybody just wants you to be around. But you got somebody using your gift. That's why I say you got to cut some stuff out. You know, when the ancestors gave you the gift, the universe gave you the gift, and you let some witch come and use you. Or some sister come in and put you in her group, got you doing my videos, got you doing this, got you doing that. Your ancestors is mad at you, the universe is mad at you. If they mad at you, they upset with you, but somebody else using your gift. Stop people from using your gift. That's why you're not doing it. That's why you're not getting to the next dimension right now. Because you're allowing other people to use your gift. You're almost done. That's got things to tap on. You get to deal with this one. No I and no me. In order to get to this level, in order to master this shit, in order to get to the next dimension, you have to get rid of the I's and the me. You see, I this and I that, and I'm going here, and I can do this, and I can do that. You know, that's for me. Me this, I this, me that. That shit get you caught up in spirituality. Because you have to die to self to become one with the universe. You must die to self and become one with the universe again. When you become one with the universe again, and all the gods, all the ancestors, all the Holy Spirits, everybody because now you're home. So you have to get in the body. You have to kill your name. And the same thing before the laws of power. Kill your name before somebody come in and try to kill your name. I'm gonna kill my name before they come in and kill my name. I tell people all the time, I ain't shit. I'm a piece of shit. I ain't nothing. What you want from me? I ain't no teacher. I ain't no builder. I ain't nothing. I'm a piece of shit. I'm gonna kill my name. But y'all talk about me for while y'all got discussions about me. I'm a piece of shit. I ain't nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Kill your name. Because when you kill your name, then you can trigger this. When you kill your name, then you really get cut up. When you kill your name, you teach me one. And finally, last one I'm going to deal with is it's going to be lonely. And what I mean by it's going to be lonely is that
Very, very
when
lonely.
you're dealing with
But you
this,
get used
there's
to
going to
it.
be a lot of desolation. You're going to be desolate. You're going to be destitute. You're going to be empty. You're going to be lonely. There's going to be a lot of isolation. There's going to be a lot of solitary. There's going to be abandoned. You're going to feel lonesome. You're going to feel apart. Don't think that you will become spiritual and go meet somebody. You're going to go, ain't nobody waiting on your fucking ass.
That
Oh,
shit
ain't
real.
nobody waiting on you. Ain't gonna be no team over here. Ain't gonna be no group over here. It ain't gonna be no. It's not gonna be no association waiting on you. There's no associations with. I'm spiritual now. Where's the association? I'm spiritual now. Where my company at? I'm spiritual. Where's the game? I'm spiritual. Where's the crowd? I'm spiritual. Where's the troops? I'm spiritual. Where's the organizations? Ain't no organization.
They don't care. Most people
No.
don't give a shit. They really don't.
I'm not doing it because you got to deal with yourself.
It
Now I'm
makes
going
you look like
to
you do.
conquer ourselves. Came now I'm going to deal with self. I want to have a group. I want to have a team. I have to get away from it. When you read the book of John Baines with the Stellar Man, it breaks down the whole thing about him being a part of groups. See, me a part of groups. They talk about this in the book Stellar Man, John Baines. When you're part of a group, I'm told you this. When you're part of a group, they take away your individuality. You're part of a group. We don't need your mind. We don't need your thought. We working on one thing is one thing is one thing. You're part of the group. We don't need your individuality. Put that shit on the side. We all eat the same thing. We're all doing the same thing. No individuality. You bigger than Earth. Bigger than Earth. You travel the universe. You travel the galaxy. And you're trying to be a part of somebody. You came down here to master yourself, not to master everybody else. Once I get myself together, once you get yourself together, then we can deal with the group. Until we get ourselves together. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Also drop this mic.
Anyway, yeah, so that the day I listened to that video, everybody, it lit a spiritual fire under my ass. And I mean, I was always on the already on, a successful journey, to where I actually could, started caring again, started caring to make changes, um, around myself. Because like when you go in hermit mode, see, people be messing around when they talk about hermit mode, but like a true hermit mode, it's like you truly are living disconnected from your physical environment. All right. And a lot of people aren't really putting in the work. All right. They become part of, the channels, and you're pretty much marching to the beat of whatever somebody else says, and you don't really, excuse me, you really don't have I won't say you don't have a thought of your own, but your thoughts are being influenced by those other, by other people. Okay. So it's like, the only thing I want to add with, I'm at 26 minutes, is don't deify the people, that you follow on the YouTube channels that you watch. Remember that you are a God. If anything, you deify yourself, worship and acknowledge yourself. Everybody, are going through their self initiation or self ascension. It's like when you're going through your self descension, that's when you're going through all of your stuff. Okay. So it's like if you can descend, if you can ascend, then why not acknowledge your descension process? And that's the thing. It's like we want to water it down and make it like unimportant, or and then it's like, people can grow over a period of years. Again, you go through family stuff, where you're busy being like the head, go-to person of the family, or you're so busy managing everybody else's bullshit that you're not, giving the full attention to your own spiritual path. So as you continue to do your spiritual travels and go throughout your spiritual journeys, you will see your spiritual guides. And like he was mentioning, I mean, basically, it's like imagine these huge wings just encircling you. All right. But it's like these wings are comprised of, your spiritual guides, some of your ancestors. And I will definitely say that before you do decide to do an ancestor altar and everything, because all of your ancestors weren't good. Okay. You might have a messed up family tree, where, remember Uncle so and so or Auntie this or Auntie that, you know, you want to definitely rely upon, again, through your spiritual guidance and everything from your spiritual guides, okay, whether it's in the dream state or a meditative state, to, determine who you should and should not, because your ancestors will reveal themselves to you in your dreams, okay? Oh, and take your Harataki. It was Brother Yosef with New Life Tools, NULYFE tools. He told us about Harataki. I was already lucid dreaming, but it's like now my dreams are like on steroids now. Okay. And I take that faithfully. Okay. And my vitamins, everything. So, and definitely trying to take on a more healthier, it's like my mind and body is healthy, believe it or not, very healthy. And but it's about improving upon that. It's like I've been working on the inside, and then now everything is coming, for full circle, and work on the outside. So I hope this is helpful to someone. I am going to leave the links, to take a deeper look into regression therapy. But like I said, it does require placing you under hypnosis and placing a spell on you. Okay. And as long as you can trust the person doing it, fine. But all I'm saying is like give full disclosure, of how they're going to go about it. I would ask for my regression therapy to be recorded. I would have my own recording device on. I'm talking about my cell phone or making my own video recording. That way you can see what they're really doing or really saying to help you. That's all I got to say. I love you all. Um, love thyself, know thyself, heal thyself, and respect thyself. Okay. And others, of course. And definitely send more love, into yourself and into others around you. Thank you for watching. Oh, and of course, please like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell, the black notification bell, so you can get all uploads. Because I'm getting ready to blow up now. When I say blow up, I'm talking about in terms of posting lots of information. Okay? Bye. Thank you.